Welcome to Rewind the Podcast.
I need to ask you something.
I'm already annoyed. What?
Are you? Okay, well then I'll just do it this way. Let's go to the movies. Let's go see some stars. Do you know that one?
Actually, we have beef.
Do we?
Mm-hmm.
Tell me about it.
I want everyone
News
to
to me.
see the shirt that Blake has on. It's a friend of the pod shirt because I told Blake
Yep.
about Here's the Thing podcast.
Mm-hmm. We big fans. Hello, here's the thing.
Because I'm in the part of the stage crew. I'm a Patreon member of Kev on Stage and that chick Angel.
Mm-hmm. That chick Angel.
Okay, calm down. Me and Blake had a conversation about getting t-shirts. These t-shirts, because it was a little cute black one I wanted, and then he wanted that one. Not Blake going to get him a shirt, but didn't get me a shirt.
Your Honor.
He didn't even say, hey, girl, you want a shirt or nothing.
She literally said, you need to get your shirt because they're only doing pre-orders. So I said, okay, click, click, click. I get my shirt. Because if I would have gotten you the white shirt, I feel like you would have been like, I wanted the black one.
I would have taken any shirt because not a pre-order over, and I didn't think we was getting shirts. So now you got a shirt, and I don't even got a shirt.
Sorry
and I
about
told
it.
you about the shirt.
Sorry, I was plugged in and ready to go. I was a girl on the go with my nose in the news.
I'm so annoyed.
Got
I will
my
rip
shirt.
that shirt off your
Do you want
leg.
to switch? I think I would look cute in that.
No.
Let's switch real quick. We'll be right back. I'm just kidding.
Anyway, sorry.
Well, you know what? Maybe Kev on Stage and that chick Angel watch us.
I doubt it.
But if they do, hello, can you send our girl a shirt? She likes the black one. I like that. I like this
Actually,
one.
that chick Angel is my friend because you got me a cameo of her for my birthday.
I did. I got her a cameo. Oh, sorry. That was supposed to be like exciting.
Oh.
I got her a cameo and she liked it.
I loved it. So we love you.
I
Everyone
edited it. So when we do the clips here, we always have everybody like review them just to make sure Raven's like, no, I look stanky in that or something. You never do.
I never look stanky in nothing.
Examples. But I sent it to her, making it look like she was reviewing a clip, and then it cut in, and Angel was like, Raven. And Raven said she sat up in the bed, bonnet on, and screamed.
I was like, because I'm such a fan of that chick Angel. I love Kev on Stage and Joshy Gons.
Yes.
And we love Here's the Thing podcast. So
We do. We
love,
do.
love, love.
But welcome to Rewind the Podcast, and I have a question for you.
What?
Have you ever been in a movie?
I had to think because, I'm booked and busy.
Booked and busy. So busy she can't buy the shirt. You know what? I'll whittle it down for you. Have you ever been in a movie trailer? Yes. Something has changed.
Okay,
within
girl,
me.
if you don't come on.
What? You
I'm
can talk to.
saying,
You have
carrying
lips.
on.
You have lips. Use your words.
Yes, so we were featured in the, what's it called? Like
A wicked re-release reaction trailer.
Oh, bitch. Wait. Say, that's a tongue twister. Peter Piper picked a pickle what?
Wicked re-release reaction trailer.
We was in the Wicked reaction way were.
Wicked.
Re-release reaction trailer.
There you go. Yes.
Tell me your thoughts. Okay, so I told you.
You told me. So I was sitting there. I was asleep because I work late into the night. And I wake up
Hoeing.
and I say, oh.
Oh, sorry. That was rude. Go ahead.
What I do from the hours of 1 a.m. to 3 a.m. are nobody's business but mine.
And to me, you be with.
And
Go
Trevor's. Just kidding. I'm kidding. We can't do that anymore because my mom said she might watch.
Girl, if you don't come on.
So, why do I have my phone out?
I don't know.
So I woke up and my phone was buzzing, and this thing right here. Oh, you like my background? This thing right here said, "Do you recognize anybody you know?" And I see a little Instagram thing, and I'm like, "What is this?" And I'm thinking, "Oh, she's probably going on about I know you lying." So, I click on it, and then it's the director,
John Chu.
John M. Chu on Instagram. Follow him. He was like, we have a trailer.
This is the longest story and ain't got nothing to do with nothing.
I'm sorry, my brain's connected. So, none of y'all edit it. So he had posted it. It was the Wicked trailer. And then all of a sudden, I see me and Raven in this trailer reacting to the original trailer, but it's a new trailer. I think I got it.
That was great. So I have a shorter story. A friend sent it to me. I saw myself. It was good. Okay.
For someone who always wants me to wrap it up, why does she want me to start it?
I'm just kidding. Okay, so my friend Robbie sent it to me in my DMs. I obviously wasn't expecting it. I screamed, like audibly screamed.
Yeah.
And then didn't watch the rest. Immediately got in the Rewind podcast group chat and was like,
she's a businesswoman.
oh my gosh. And then then I'm like, okay, I need to watch the rest to see what's going on. My phone starts ringing off the hook. Not because people are excited for me, because I have a full-time job.
That's the tea.
And I'm on the phone for like 15 minutes trying to get through my 9 to 5, but knowing that I'm on Ariana Grande's Instagram. And so I was like, okay, cool. Yes, we'll do it. Whatever. Okay,
Very
bye.
hard to blend the two worlds.
And then, shut up. And then I finally got to watch it, and I feel like we were in it a lot.
Hey, I'm going to be very honest. I love myself. You were in it a lot, okay? At the beginning, it was Raven saying we were excited for years, and it was me getting ready to talk over her. That's the tea. And then the one part they use of me, Wicked calls me a
They didn't say that.
Everything in that movie, Raven's over there reacting. So it's, if you haven't seen the trailer, go watch it. But they clip like 4 clips of everybody reacting to this trailer because we're all so excited. And they have Raven going, ooh, I'm gonna cry. They get me going, ooh, Jonathan Bailey. I liked it, but I was sitting there, and when it got finished, I was like, "We're all in that. That's good." Like our podcast, but I was like, Raven, she's so expressive. I went back and watched the original. My face is like this the whole time, just looking like I'm looking at a bad math equation. And then the one time I show any emotion, like you, ooh, Jonathan Bailey.
Listen, they got you in there, girl.
Wicked said, "Happy Pride."
I am expressive, and like I don't realize it until I did. I know you fucking lying. Then I was like, you do a lot of faces, but I am who I am.
I'll tell Raven I took a bite of her croissant and I'll see 7 different emotions. It's wild.
But thank you to Mr. Chu. Thank you to everyone at Wicked for including us. We're so excited and cannot wait for Thanksgiving Day.
We'll be there if you invite us too. You should bring
us
to the premiere.
Just say thank you.
Because when you get the opportunity, you will turn around and thank me. And so all this is a big ruse just for you to say thank you to me for once.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you all at the Wicked fun stuff. We love you and we're so appreciative.
Put us through a slew of emotions.
Okay, we gotta go.
Speaking of emotions.
Moving on along. Oh, girl, wait a minute. Wait a damn minute. Okay. I need a moment. You just put your mic down. Oh, Jesus,
like Candy Crush.
Jesus. I love Cynthia Luann Erivo. I don't know her middle name or if she got one. Cynthia knows my face. She said, that little chocolate girl, I know her. Because she posted me, Raven Olivier Dawson, on her Instagram. Cynthia, I don't know where you are. I don't know if you'll ever see this, but I love you, girl. I'm so excited. I could have cried. I almost cried. I didn't because I'm a thug. But I love you so much. Okay, bye. You can say something. Oh, you too, Ariana. You my girl too. But, it's different vibes. Okay, love you, bye.
I was also equally excited to see myself on
She don't care about you. She doesn't care about me.
Instagrams. The one I gassed the most over did not post the trailer. So,
Jonathan
Bailey. So I guess I scared him a little bit.
Not you shading Jonathan on the pod.
I'm not shading him. Trust me. I'll give him enough shade if he comes around. All travelers.
All right, moving on along.
I didn't know what to add to that. I was letting you have your moment.
I had it.
I leveled up in Candy Crush. Let's talk about the movies. I won't sing that little song too.
Let's go to the movies. Let's go to...
I don't know the words.
Let's go see the stars.
No, the part where she's like, Charlie Chaplin is dancing and Baba and Baba.
Oh, y'all know that part.
Betty Whippy is probably dying. I don't know what.
Okay.
Annie. Anyways, did you go to the movies?
No.
I know.
I didn't go.
Girl, I went to the movies and I saw some great movies this week. And we want to talk about some movies. Inside Out 2.
Inside Out. Inside Out.
Hold on.
2.
Woo! Okay. Sorry. Okay. Let's talk about some movies, okay? Because we are big movie people. We love to go to the movies. We take our black box wine to the movies, and we watch The
the
films.
movies
Yeah, okay.
at the movie theater.
So we want to talk about. We were excited because we saw a bunch of movies this week, and we want to talk about them. Let's talk about our first
I
one.
have one thing to say
let's
before we
talk
move on. I love going to the theater.
theater.
We are Regal Cinemas members.
Unlimited.
If I'm being honest, I'm really not a movie girl like that.
Really?
I'm really not. So I just didn't want to.
You're the one who spends the whole day at a movie.
Okay,
though.
but see, I like to go all at once together because I do enjoy being there.
Yeah.
But like this week, I wasn't able to do all the movies at once, and I'm exhausted.
Oh yeah. See, and I'm different. After I edit for the day, I love to. When I had a car, I would love to end the night with a movie. Just turn my brain off.
See, and this is why we're yin and we're yang. Okay,
We
continue. But Regal Cinemas, we love you. Especially
love
the
you
one
so
here in
much.
Green Hills is the one we go to all the time. So.
Yes, that staff is lovely.
It took a long time last night, but that's not. Don't put that in there. Go ahead.
Oh.
We was in line for a long time for Game
yeah.
Coke. Go ahead. No shade.
Diet Pepsi.
It was Diet Pepsi. No shade.
Moving on along. So we saw some movies this week that we both really want to talk about.
I'm here too.
Okay, Cynthia Erivo. But the first one I want to talk about is Inside Out 2, because we didn't get to see this together.
Yeah.
What did you
We didn't
think?
get to see it together.
You're not wrong.
I'm sorry. I gotta let it go.
Miss, I need to be out by
not
11
giving
over
you-
here.
No, I'm not giving you any leeway. I'm so sorry. Go ahead.
You're giving me right now. Just respond to the joke.
Okay, yes, I did see Inside Out. I love those movies
What do you mean by those?
because it's the second.
Oh, yeah. You mean the franchise.
Yeah.
I thought you meant like Disney Pixar.
I mean,
Because
whatever.
if Disney Pixar is releasing something, I'm sad. There's a 3-year-old and a 6-year-old on this side, and I'm like, can y'all both shut the up? I'm trying to get my zhuzh on.
If I'm being honest, I don't really be knowing who Pixar, who DreamWorks, who
Okay, those are separate. Don't
Partridge-
you ever mix them up again.
Partridge in a Pear Tree. I just be going to the movies and watching them and paying my money.
She said, that looks good.
Yeah, also love children's movies, but I love Inside Out the most because not me at my big age being like, my
Yeah.
anxiety be doing it too.
Yeah, we're not going to ruin anything for the movie here because we know it's a very new movie. And
Spoiler,
sometimes people-
spoiler.
Yeah, I just said we're not going to ruin anything.
That's what I said. Spoiler.
You-
I just wanted to do it.
Regardless, we're not going to ruin anything for the plot for you, but I do want to talk about some of the things I noticed in that movie.
Okay.
First of all, Inside Out, like you said, great kids movie. To me, not a kids movie.
Oh, I definitely think it's a kids movie.
Really?
100%.
No, I think, especially for this movie, all the jokes and all the almost lessons, I feel like I was like, this is very much catered to adults who know they were going to have to take their kids to a movie.
I disagree.
Really?
Yeah, because I think the simplification of the emotions, like I think they do a good job of making it more complex, but they really, not saying kids are dumb, but dumb down the emotional process, but they're building. And I'm excited to see them. I don't know if they're going to continue to build, what's the baby's name?
Riley
up further on. But like, I definitely think it's geared toward kids understanding their emotions better.
Oh, see, I'm going to counteract that. Do you realize how hard it is to work with actual adults, people who can't process emotion? I literally think it's for adults. When they bring children, they can get something from it too. Because half the jokes, like I said, were for adults. The kids in our movie were terrified.
Really?
Terrified.
Oh.
Especially one part, no spoilers, that were hugging the mom. I went with our producer, Angelo, and he noticed it. He had to sit by him.
We're hugging. Oh, the kids were
No,
hugging.
Angelo
mom.
wasn't hugging his mom.
I was like, wait, what the hell? I was like, Angelo, mama came from the Philippines to go see Inside
to go see Inside
Out.
Out 2. It's the movie event of the summer.
I was like, now how come I ain't see Angelo mama? We should have went to dinner or something.
I will take a slight bunny trail. You have not seen a movie until you have seen a movie with our producer, Angelo.
He's so funny.
We went to this movie. There was one plot point that you could see coming from a mile away. And Angelo grabs my hand and goes, oh my gosh, what's going to happen? And I'm like, I'm pretty sure they're going to figure it out. We went and saw that movie, sobbing in that movie. We went and saw slightly.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
like,
forgot about him.
boo-hooing.
I was bored. In that
Yes,
one.
I fell asleep.
But yeah.
She was drunk.
I
He was
drunk.
sobbing.
I had too much black box. Angelo was crying, and Blake was snoring.
We went and saw Puss in Boots 3 a couple
Motley
years
Crue.
ago in a room of all children. At the end of the movie, Angelo stands up, standing ovation to the screen.
Woo!
If you have not seen a movie with Angelo, that should be our subscription service.
Seriously?
Give us $5. We'll
And
let
you
you go
get to
see
hang
a
out
movie.
with Angelo.
Literally. 'Cause
That's funny.
He lets us do it for free. But anyways, so all of that to say, I think the dumbing down of the emotions is also to help
For the adults?
Yes.
Yeah.
Sometimes you feel angry at work, and that's okay. Process it. Kids get angry all the time. So
I don't think it's the anger that's the problem. It's the understanding your feelings that's the like push.
Yeah.
It's like it gives words to your feelings. And I think that's why it's so effective for little kids. And it gives them a visual representation of what's happening in their body.
yeah.
And it does it in a way that I think is not scary and not fun. I think, of course, depending on the age of your kids, if you're a parent, like they'll pull the lessons that are appropriate.
Yeah.
But like the puberty thing, like most 5-year-olds are going to be like,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
like, so yeah.
Well, I will say it's funny because even back in the day when I saw the first one, now if you haven't seen this one, I'm sorry, spoiler alert.
I mean, baby, it came out in 2015.
Literally.
If you ain't seen it, you ain't going to see it.
Crack a book.
Yeah. Touch grass.
But the what's it called? The Bing Bong, when they were like rescuing Bing Bong from the first one, and then he disappears, and he's like, "Go save Riley," the imaginary friend, disappears in the recesses of her
Girl,
mind.
I just you know, I don't be knowing.
I'll save it for her. Raven has a full-time job.
I don't be remembering stuff like that.
I remember sobbing in that movie because I was 25 and I was like, oh, I'm letting go of like my childhood or whatever.
You're so dramatic.
My sister had a kid of Inside Out age. And I called her and she was like, it was okay. I fell asleep. Caleb was bored. And I was like, are you serious? What about the part when they saved Bing Bong and he died in the recesses of her mind? And then he said, go save Riley. I was sobbing and she was like, yeah, no. She was like, I'm grown. And I was like, oh, you need to process your emotions.
Yeah.
And then he was bored. He just wanted to leave. So that's what I feel like when I go to those movies. I'm the one who needs to learn.
Well, I have a friend she's 5 now. She loves the first one. So this is going to be her first time going to the theater.
The theater?
Like to see a movie.
You better tell her you need to act right.
And she was like, she's so excited.
Look at her and say, quiet.
There was a lot. It wasn't terrible. It wasn't as bad as Frozen.
Yeah.
But it was a lot of kids in there in the lobby and stuff. And okay, this is another thing, and I'm gonna go on a little bunny trail. I'm gonna come back. Don't take my hand. Because I work a full-time job, I don't realize that like it's summer.
Oh, yeah.
Like, my brain doesn't work in the context of school. So I'll go places and be genuinely pissed off, like, why are all these kids here?
Oh, yeah.
And what are they doing and where are their parents? And why ain't nobody in nobody's classroom?
Exactly.
Read a book. And then I'd be like, oh, it's June?
Oh, yeah. Kids need a break.
They have to
You know
have
who needs
summer break.
Us.
Seriously.
Ugh.
So, like, last night I was like, who let the middle schoolers field trip be at 9 o'clock at night?
No.
And then I'm like, oh, it's summer.
No, I'm going to go on this box. I love to see movies at 9:30 and above. I'm usually the last showing of a movie when I'm done with editing. Why? Even during the school year, why are you bringing your 6-year-old to a 10:30 p.m.
That's
movie?
crazy.
You need to put that kid in bed and you go to bed as well.
That's crazy. 10:30 is really late. 10:30 is late for me in my
For
big
kids
age.
at a movie, and sometimes they'll be in rated R movies. I will judge you. Don't be taking your kid to a rated R movie. No one could watch him.
I watch
Don't watch it.
movies, I think. My parents won't watch me though.
And that's why you turned out the way you are.
Rich.
Perfect. Anyways, and I'm just a bad boy.
I'm slow.
Oh my God.
Ew.
For someone who just woke up, you're the one who's really needing to catch on, sister. I'm running on manic energy right now. Moving on along to the next movie.
We saw another movie, not together. I went with my other friends. And we saw Bad Boys 4.
Which I kept calling Bad Boys 2.
Girl, you didn't realize there was a 2 and 3?
Listen, I don't keep up with sequels like that. Minus Inside Out 2, or anything I actually want to see. That sounded like shade. It kind of was. Bad Boys 4. Talk about it.
I loved it.
Why did I have to lead off the children's movie and you get to lead off the black lead movie?
Because I'm black.
T.
And you're a child.
I'm not. I'm a friend of the pod.
I loved it. Okay, so I was a little concerned. Okay, I have so many thoughts.
I do.
So many thoughts.
I do too. I'll let you go first before I hurt your feelings.
So I'm a huge Martin Lawrence fan. I grew up watching Martin. I think he's one of the funniest people on the planet.
Blue Streak.
I was very concerned about his like health issues and like the fact that they're both men of a certain age. Will and Martin are both in their 50s. And like you don't see a ton of action stars at that age, I feel. And especially because Martin has had some health issues recently.
Like what?
I don't want to say and be wrong, but I'm pretty sure he had a stroke.
No, he I don't want to say dismembered that.
But he's been sick.
He's been sick, but he was on a radio show the other day, and he said, I don't know where this thing came from that I had a stroke. He was like, I'm good.
He fell out somewhere, and people saw him falling out.
Well, from his own mouth, he said he did not have a stroke.
Okay, I don't want to talk about this on camera anyway because I don't really know what's wrong with him. That's why I started it right there. I understand him not wanting to say or wanting to be present as being not well, and I hope he is well. Because he's got like a 60 show dates coming up.
Oh, like a
tour.
Comedy tour? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And, there was a stunt double for him.
Something in me had me believe he didn't jump 3 stories and land perfectly on his feet. But go ahead.
Yeah. I think Will does more of his own stunts, which is great.
Yeah.
But where he did it wasn't as physical. The comedy from him was perfect.
We'll do a little bit of spoilers on this one. For some reason, that opening joke in the gas station. Are these hot dogs fresh? Put them on yesterday. I'll take one. I was like, that is the truth.
So funny. And like, it was so good to see him be that guy again. Because I feel like we don't really see him that often. Like, he don't really be doing stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I love that. And then Will Smith will do no wrong in my eyes ever in life. And that just is what it is. I said what I said.
No wrong.
And I'll add more to it before I take it back.
Well, I'll ask you this. It feels like Will Smith has been in a slew of seemingly really good movies as of recent. Mm-hmm. Do you think in some way he is on his own redemption chore for what happened at the Oscars?
No, because I don't think he has to be redeemed for that.
Oh, let's talk about it.
Yeah. I mean, it happened. People get slapped every day.
People get slapped every day. Raven slapped me before we started filming.
I feel like this, I think depending on the community you're coming from and what lid you're looking at this changes your perception. Because it's protect black women all the time for me. So, and like I said, will you show out at it is where you get slapped at. And he got up there and talked about that man's wife, and that's how that happened. And was he right for doing it? No. Would I have done it? Absolutely.
Would you? Mm-hmm. If I'd gotten up somewhere and I said something about Cassandra, whoosh, that's her mother. Mm-hmm. Hello, Cassandra. Okay, well, I was curious.
Yeah, no, I just think that, also, Will Smith has been famous for 30 years. Longer than 30 years are probably at this point, yeah. I mean, we've seen him grow up and go from a rapper to a sitcom
TV
star to a movie star and become a father and all of the things. And he had this squeaky clean image for so long. And it's like one choice doesn't wipe away all of the years
now we say
of hard
that,
work.
But in media in Hollywood, one choice essentially can.
Well, I think it's different when you rate people.
Well, I'm not talking about raping people.
You know what I mean? Like, I just
I don't even want to go that deep. When you're in Hollywood, you can do something stupid, have a bad movie, and people will act like you did rape somebody.
Yeah, and he's had not great movies.
Yeah, Atlas. Not Atlas. What's that one where he's the superhero?
Yeah, like he's had
Hancock.
He's had ones that didn't do super well, but because the ones he does really well do really well. It's like,
yeah. Well, I was just curious. I love to take it from a Hollywood perspective.
Yeah.
He wore something bad to a red carpet. Is he over? That kind of thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
I will say for him to be later in life, middle in life, yeah, he's 55.
I was about to say, you're acting like he's 99 and a half.
You said he was a man of a certain age.
Yeah, in his 50s.
Yeah.
That's a certain
Jumping
age.
out of windows.
I'm a woman of a certain age at the good old big 33.
You're 33?
Right. I'm 33, right? I was born in 1991. That make me 33.
Oh, you're 33. Okay, work it out.
Thank
Looking
you.
good for 33.
I look good for 25, but...
From the Jordan year to the Jesus year. Come on. I will say, watching that movie, I was actually pretty impressed with the stunts and everything they do. I'm just going to be honest with you. When it comes to action movies, they're not really my forte. So I walked in the movie and I was like, I don't care. Say it twice. Ooh, shocker. Blake, the little gay boy, doesn't like big action movies. And I also don't like action movies that you can usually see the end of the plot coming. There's a car chase through something. We're in Miami, so the camera is going to be yellow tinted. There's always something that has to do with drugs. But I was just like, all right. But I lifted my suspensions of what I think should be a good action movie for what this was. And I will say there was a good comedy in it. I loved the storyline. The fact that Martin Lawrence just did not think he could die. Spoiler alert after the fact. And that little son he's of age. He was hot.
Fine.
So hot. Anytime they showed him, I was like, hello.
I have two things. Hey, Vanessa Hudgens.
Girl, no. I'm going to cut you off. If you ever want to be in a movie, get casted with Vanessa Hudgens because either one, it's going to be a good movie. Well, most of them. Two, you know you're about to get a sequel and a third.
Hey,
Vanessa Hudgens pays your bills.
I mean, but she went in the first three.
No, but High School Musical and The Princess Switch. And she's in a franchise now. That's what I'm saying. You're either going to get a good movie or you're going to get a threequel.
Okay, but I have a feeling this is the end of the Bad Boys.
I don't know. As long as they can make them walk and they have AI on the face, they will send them to the moon.
I think the proof is in the pudding with, at this point, however many days in, a weekend, it's grossed over $1 billion. Like, I think Will Smith is okay. I think he's back. I don't know where he went. And I was excited. And I love the callbacks from the other movies.
Oh,
too.
see, I didn't.
Okay, which is fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they need to watch the first three Bad Boys.
I thought it was good. I don't remember Bad Boys 3 like that, but
I don't either.
I give it like an 8 out of 10.
Really?
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. It was fun to watch. I mean, it was not a documentary, so I'm not going into it being like, I'm really going to gather some growth of knowledge from this or like...
I'm ready for the Attenborough voiceover.
Yeah, it's like, it just is what it is. It's like Fast and Furious and those kind of movies too. It's like, you don't go into that thinking like, wow, this is going to be, you know?
See, but like I said, for Inside Out, I can suspend reality for 10 days and be like, oh, this is really how our mind looks. But for some reason, when they do a car chase, I'm like, girl, come on.
Yeah.
I went and saw it with our stand-in producer, Gabe, and we were giggling. It was so funny.
also saw it with our stand-in producer, Gabe. So that's weird.
Yeah.
Because I didn't see it with you.
I know. Heaven forbid Gabe see a movie twice. But yeah, over $1 billion. You know, it makes me wonder... I hope I'm not out of line by saying this. The audience may be mostly catered to black people, Martin Lawrence and Will Smith.
Are black.
But it reminds me almost like a Barbie. Black people will go to the movies. Women will go to the movies.
Black people will do a lot of stuff.
Yeah. You said last week they would join a cult. So if there's anything about black people, they're going to do something. I will say this, though.
And black people do spend money.
They do.
And that's like...
They call it the black dollar, right?
Yeah, and that's the thing with like... And I think like, how many times do we have to prove this point? I thought Wakanda was like the end of it. Because everyone was like, you know...
Black people don't go to the movies.
And also, black people can't sell movies. And like, black, you know... Will Asian people buy into like a black... You know, whatever. And I think like, how many times do we have to prove the point that black people can sell movies and gross over $1 billion and go to the movies and do the things and be...
Well, and I say this too, usually when like we've done these studies, like Asian people, black people don't go to the movies. I'm like, because you focus the study on white people. That's the thing. I will say this. Black people do love to go to the movies, but if you go to a black movie, ain't nobody in there going to be serious.
I know.
I went and saw The Color Purple. I was the one whitey in the middle of black people. And this is not shade. It was so fun. Nobody took that movie seriously. During the deep part, somebody was like, dump him! Mama! I was like, and the audience was giggling. I was like, this is the show I need to watch.
It's interactive.
It was so funny.
I love it.
Even during Bad Boys, there was this part where the lady was doing the thing. No spoilers. And she basically said a line that was really like, you can suck it or whatever. And this lady in the movie goes, oh, girl, yes! And I was like, that part.
That's why my friend Anthony hates watching movies with me because it is commentary on commentary on commentary.
And that's why
I can't help it.
Honestly, that's why we have this podcast.
It's my culture.
Because we watched a Disney Channel movie and me and her couldn't shut up to watch the movie.
That's so true. Love
that's
that.
literally.
All right, moving on along.
Oh, I guess we're done.
So we've had a sighting and a press release from the Princess Kate Middleton.
Oh my gosh, Kate Gate is back. Get your t-shirts now. We're selling them on rewindthepod.com.
I don't think Kate Gate is big. She just came outside. Everybody calm down.
She came outside. She's been going through treatment.
She has. Okay, so
she's not at the Willy Wonka experience.
No, she's not.
Does that not feel like it was
20 years ago?
Like, we will go. That's like one of our first podcast episodes. I rewatched that clip to get ready for this. That literally feels like high school
life.
age. That is wild.
Yeah. But she released her press statement, and I thought, that's nice. Like, it sounds like she's doing well,
5 stars.
That was nice. Like, it wasn't too much.
Yeah.
It wasn't like trying to prove anything. It was like, I'm happy to go to Charles's birthday party.
She probably wasn't real happy about that, but I get it.
Yeah, and like she's like, I'm not out of the woods, but I'm doing well. And I was like, okay, cute. And then once the photos released, she looks good. I mean, she looks thin, but
now,
that's
granted,
to be
you're a royal.
She looks thin, which that's to be expected with her issues that she's having. But like, I thought, wow, she really looks great, and I'm happy she looks great. I'm done.
Okay, sounds good. Like I was saying, but you also got to realize you're on the royal family, so you are going to get to the nines with clothes and makeup and shoes and
I
hairs.
meant her like hair and body.
Can I finish a thought today? Can I?
Yeah.
Thank you. But also with hair and makeup and everything. Mm-hmm. But remember, even when she released the video a couple months ago, and she was like, hello, everyone, I want you to know I've been going through constant treatment. Everybody was like, AI, look at her face. The film is weird on her left stripe over here. And it's like, we have pictures from every angle. Mm-hmm. We've got a little video. Mm-hmm. We've got the release. And so it's like, because there's still people out there being like, she's still dead. And I'm like, you need to take a vacation.
And like at this point.
Go to Atlantis Resort and take a vacation.
And she's sick, so like, before we knew what was going on, I feel like the dead thing was funny, not funny, but funny. And now it's like, okay, the lady.
It was
really,
like online, like, ooh, like we're all having fun.
And now the lady's sick. So let's like, she's obviously doing well. She looks good. Charles, I'm happy he's with us. I guess. I mean,
no, you're not.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know them like that. And
do y'all
like,
want some Rewind the Pod tea real quick? When we
don't
talk
you dare
about stuff,
say that. Don't you dare say that. That is terrible. No.
Oh, fine.
But
if you pay for our soon-to-be Patreon, I'll tell you on there for $10 a month.
No, but it's like, we don't know how many more birthdays Charles has left. He's definitely a man of a certain age. Mm-hmm. So like
he could not do Bad Boys 5.
Exactly. So it's nice that she could show up there with her family and the kids, and everyone looked great. I will say that little boy, he looks like he has a secret.
Gay?
No, just like mischievous. And
George?
like George.
Yeah.
He just always looks like he knows something no one else knows.
Oh, he probably does. He said, I'll be in the business.
Like he's
always like,
yeah,
I love
so
it.
Cute. I can't wait to see him on that balcony. But yeah, I'm happy she's doing well in it, and I'm still pissed off with them about how they put her out there like that and continue to put her out there a lot as an individual.
Yeah.
Where is her husband at?
Trying to find how he can fix that receding hairline.
I'm kind of sick of it. It's like it feels like it doesn't give strong united front as a family. It's giving Kate sick and Kate's working on it and Kate's figuring it out. The photos from the car, he's in the photos, but like it just
was?
Yeah, when they're in the car on the way.
Oh, okay. My mind went back to the original where it was like she's driving in the car and that was anybody but her.
No, for the photos from the parade. Like he's in the car with her and the kids. And also Charlotte looks so grown up. But yeah. But I just don't
Yeah.
I feel like it could have been handled better.
Absolutely. They let her figure that out, and they tried to figure it out for 3 months before she released one video. I was like,
for
you
sure.
could have avoided this altogether. But I will say, you do look very royal right now. Look at this dress, everybody. Let's get a zoom on the dress. You look like you're going to go do some royal duties. Give us a wave. Give us a princess wave. That's your princess wave? Oh, there you go. Look at her.
The pleasure being here today. The pleasure being here today.
Thank you for being here today.
I would say a pleasure.
Oh, okay. Sounds good. You do. You look like you're going to do some royal duties.
Thank you.
Oh.
Love that.
Yes.
All right, moving on along.
Oh, love it.
What are we talking about? Normani? All right, moving on along.
Oh, my gosh.
So, the moment we've all been waiting for.
Shut up.
We have prayed, pondered, and waited, and fasted, and
asked for bread from heaven,
and prepared for this Normani album, and it is finally here.
Dopamine by Normani came out on June 14th. She got on that rocket and she said, we've been gassing up for 6 years. Let's finally do this thing.
For sure.
Little vibes. Here we go.
Not little vibes.
Oh,
okay,
yes.
so tell me your thoughts.
I'm not going to preface it. It didn't do a lot for me. The album came out. We saw Bad Boys. I said, ooh, I have a car for 24 hours. I'm going to play this, turn it up. Every song to me sounded the same. I had some favorites. It's very clear, and this is not shade. This is just the truth, I think. It is very clear that she went in there and she said, I don't want to be a pop queen. I want to be an R&B queen. She had the R&B beats. She had the R&B vocals, the stacking, all that kind of stuff. But I will say for me, as far as an R&B album, it was not a standout to me. It was good, but like I listened to it once and I wasn't like, ooh, let me add it to my library. Sorry, girl. You're very cute.
Not sorry to this woman.
Sorry to this girl. Yeah. But I don't know. Like I had some favorite. We'll do the 3 in the throwaway or whatever, but I just listened to it and after like song 6, I was like, it's starting with her like vocal and you hear like and then you hear the or whatever the beat is and I'm like it's like after a while I'm like all the production sounds the same. There was a lot of like if we're going to go technical, there were some songs that I'm like I want high harmonies on and everything was more like low, which I know is like usually can cater more to the R&B genre, but it just didn't lift for me. I think I've just heard better R&B records. What about you?
I loved it. I love it. I've been playing it. I'm obsessed with it. This is exactly the lane she should be in. No shade. I think she's been trying to cater to a crossover artist. As a crossover artist, it does not work for her.
No.
You can tell she's gotten in the studio with Victoria Monet. It's filling the place that Ariana used to fill, that kind of style of music. And now Ariana's on to the next thing. And I'm happy for her. And great, and she's moved on and she's somebody's sunshine. So I feel like it gives her a lane that makes sense vocally. It makes sense production-wise. It's not overly pop. I felt like when Normani would do pop music, it came off
motivation?
artificial.
Like motivation?
Yeah, like motivation.
Okay.
Like it came off like they'll play it at Target.
Yeah.
And I don't like that lane for her. It feels very fake. And I love this album. I thought the first half was much better than the second half. I really enjoyed the first 7. She had me and then she kind of lost me in the end, but I am super impressed with it as a body of work for her.
Do you think it was worth the 6-year wait?
Yes, because of the timing.
You seemed hesitated.
I don't think the music is revolutionary in a way that's like nothing we've ever heard before. Like in that regards, no, but like what could be unless you're doing a Cowboy Carter or something that like changes somebody's life.
Yeah.
But I do think timing wise with where music is, this makes the most sense for her. I feel like where we're headed in like a more R&B, we've seen the success of Victoria Monet and that sound. I feel like this is a good time for her.
Yeah.
Where I do think they dropped the ball is that this was not promoted well.
No, not at all. I got on Twitter and I looked up Normani just to see how people were reacting, and people were reacting, very graciously. But like people were on there, they're like, "It's out."
Yeah.
Is it out already?
Yeah.
And so I'm just like,
and that's where I feel like they dropped the ball with her. Like, I feel sad for her almost that people aren't like hyped for her.
Yeah.
Because I think it's a really good album. I think it's a good pop R&B album.
Yeah. You know how you, when we talk about Taylor Swift, you say like, Taylor Swift doesn't make music for me.
Correct.
I feel like that's how I feel with this.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
But I was like, Normani ain't making the music for me.
Yeah. I agree.
Why are you laughing? Why is that so funny to you?
I got a visual of Normani being like, okay, Blake.
Candy painted. I'm like candy paint, and I'm look. I'm a homosexual. I love the pop bangers. I love the whoop whoop whoop.
Yeah.
So
and see, I'm kind of no shade, no disrespect. I'm kind of.
You're like, that's a lot.
I'm tired of it. I just want to listen to something that don't feel like it's gonna give me a toothache. It's just too sweet. It's too pop. It's just too. It's just too.
Yeah.
Like, give me something that rides and that has like it feels more mature. And unfortunately, I associate a lot of pop bangers to like bubblegum, young sounding music, and like. I'm happy Normani on her grown lady shit. Like, she's
because you do have that critique for some other pop stars.
Yeah, it's like,
why are you singing like you're in high school?
Yeah, it's age appropriate. I think she's just found a sweet spot. Like I said, I wish it were promoted better. But yeah, I think overall it was a good album.
Yeah, I mean it's one of those things. If I got tickets, I go to the show.
Oh yeah, that's why I like some of the songs. I'm like, I want to see her choreography to this.
This is one thing I'll give Normani day in day out. Whenever she performs somewhere, the dancing, the choreography, we're going to stop the song right here so I can do a dance break. Whop, whop. Yeah. That I'm excited for.
And I thought her voice sounded really good too. So yeah.
Yeah.
That's my takeaway.
I didn't say it. Didn't sound good. You just feel like you're always coming at me.
Okay, so we set up 3 cameras and 3 lights.
We set up nothing. I set up the cameras and you come in and trash me.
And then when you see how these blinking here, recording, and then we sit up here and give our opinions for these. What they got to do with you? What I just said. Quit being so sensitive.
I'm not being sensitive.
Okay, now stop. Let's do our top 3.
Okay, let's do our top 3 and our takeaway.
All right, you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, so you want to start out with your number 3?
I'm going to start out with my number 3.
Okay. What is it?
I will say, Big Boy I thought it was a good way to start the album.
I thought it was Bad Boy. Is it called Bad Boy or Big Boy? Oh.
Damn it, Raven.
My bad.
We set up 3 cameras every week and lights.
I know we do.
And we do opinions. Get the song right.
I think I was thinking of bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you?
One of us came prepared today.
Yeah.
What are you looking up?
I'm just clicking back into my.
Oh, okay.
No.
Well, a Big Boy. I thought it was a great way to. I thought it was a great way to start the album. I thought it had some good energy. Moving on along, what was your number 3?
Big Boy as well.
Oh, God.
I thought it was a great opener.
Why do we always do this?
I thought it was a great opener.
People are like, y'all need to quit playing this game. It's going to be like, my number 3 was your number 3. My number 2 was your number 2.
I thought, like I said, it was a good way to start off the album. And I don't know who Stara is, so that was my introduction to her. I think it's to her.
Hey.
And I was like, okay, y'all better go ahead. Yep. Okay, what's your number 2?
My number 2 was Insomnia.
Are you joking? Are you being funny?
This is going to be boring. If you, I will say this, maybe controversial. If you have the same top 3 as me, maybe you didn't like the album that much.
What is that? How does that correlate at all?
It correlates in my mind. Because
and only in your mind.
Because in my head, I was like, well, I mean, this album was okay, but here's my top 3. You said this album was great, amazing, fireworks, ooh, hoo, hoo, hoo. Why you got the same 3 songs as me?
Because those are the best 3 songs.
My number 2 was Insomnia. And let me tell you why.
Open the Schools.
Open the Schools? That has nothing to do with critical thinking.
That you can't think that because we have the same songs, our level of which we like those songs can't be different.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. This is also coming from the guy who thought Inside Out 2 was for adults.
Go ahead.
Insomnia. I liked the beat. That's so Real Housewives. Okay, it was good. I like the beat. I think I was correct in saying that. Is that the one that has the Brandy Norwood backing vocals?
I don't know what song Brandy Norwood backing vocals is on. I didn't know that until I got here this morning.
It's inspired by the Brandy song a cappella, and Brandy Norwood's on the backwood vocals. Not the backwood vocals.
This episode is terrible.
Woo! Yes. The backing vocals.
Right.
Yeah. So she's on that. You know, the biggest Brandy stan.
I will fight you. I
wanted the picture behind her. Let's cut to a shot.
I will go to jail over this.
This Brandy photo was mine. And I said, Raven, please let me have it. And she goes, no, it looks better on my side. So I got stuck with Clueless.
Sorry, Alicia.
No, I'm just kidding. Alicia, we love you. Come on the pod.
No,
Brandy, come on the pod.
Grew up watching
our
favorite show. Moesha. My first like CD, well, no, actually, it was my second CD was Never Say Never.
But she's my first CD. No, it wasn't.
No, it wasn't. My first was Spice Girls.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I've loved
Pop
her
bubblegum
since
makers.
I was a little girl.
Yeah.
So, and that's, I think, too, that's like why I like this. Because, like, Normani has gotten a bad rap in the past for trying to be too 90s R&B. But I feel like now she's found her place in that, like, space. And I think, like, having Brandy Norwood give you the check sign off is, like, it gives you, like, some cred.
Yeah. Do you think this was 90s R&B? Like the vibe?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, okay. Cool.
I think her vibe
Yeah.
is 90s R&B.
T.
And I think that shows up in the music.
Okay. T.
Team.
What was your number 2?
Insomnia. I loved the vocals. I'm a sucker for a guitar solo.
Yes. This is what I liked about those guitar. Loved it. Go ahead.
Gabe's face.
You know what? I won't come down to your level. Learn to cut me off. Learn to cut me
Gabe
off.
was like,
Learn to cut me off.
defeated. Oh, just let him do it, I guess.
You cut me off in every life. Cut me off on the pod.
But I love the pop R&B vibe for her. Like I said, I love a guitar solo. I really liked the end. I like the way they stacked the vocals in the ending. I thought it gave it made it a little bit more dynamic. Like the first time, I liked lyrically the content of it. It could have come off a little rhyming bear and chair, but they did it in a
Girl and World.
yeah, but they did it in a way that felt creative and fresh and still fun.
Yeah.
What's your number one?
How about you go first?
No, I want to hear it.
Okay, my number 1 for the Normani Dopamine album was Take My Time.
Okay.
Are we good?
Yeah, we're good.
Okay, we're good. Okay.
I like Take My Time, though. That would have been my honorable mention.
Okay.
Yeah.
Your HM?
Yep,
Yes,
my
okay.
HM.
I love that. So the beat, it was like I was like in the car and I was like, this ain't doing it for me, but I was like, oh, why are my cheeks going like this? So I was driving around and I was like, I like this one. I think it had some good high for it. I liked the beat. I just liked it. It was a little catchy. It was giving to me not even bop, but it was just like, I like this one. It had a little
I like
bit
that
like
one too.
I think that's what Normani was going for.
For sure.
That was my number 1. What about you?
My number 1 is going to be I've been listening to it. I was bumping it on the way over here. Still.
Okay.
First of all, I love people from Houston. I love a Houston mother. I really do.
I'm still going to bleep it like you said it.
I really do.
Yeah.
And I love the way people who are from Houston love being from Houston.
They will let you know.
And they're all the same because all my homies from my Know You F***ing Line, we got about 19 people from Houston. And they just take so much pride in it. And they always call out each other and reference each other. Like there's this camaraderie. This is a Mike Jones sample that has Paul Wall and Slim Thug who are
those are names I feel like I have not heard in a while.
Who are there's Houston rap is such its own thing, and it's.
I mean, nodding like I know.
Yeah, and people love it so much, and I love that for her in this new era of her sound. She had a piece of that in there, and it's just a bop, and it rides. And I was like, this is my new song.
Yeah, your song of the summer.
This is your
song of the week.
No, I mean, it just doesn't give song of the summer. I would listen to this all year round. This will be on my bad bitch
Come December,
playlist.
you listen to All I Want for Christmas Is You, and then Still.
Yes, correct. But I was super impressed with it, and I loved it. I was happy for her. I'm like, yeah, girl, you be that girl.
I want you just the energy and the confidence and the exudeness that you give off. The exudeness. I want you to be from Houston, born in Houston, but Alabama raised. You know what I mean? You give off
No, I'm
represent.
good. I think
You love
I
that
give-
Birmingham.
I think
that
I
Birmingham
give very
cred.
much Bama energy.
Yes, Alabama, where the family line goes straight up. Okay, Roll Tide. With all that being said,
My mom and daddy do look alike though, but they ain't related. They gotta do. Sometimes I'm like,
That you want to leave in
Y'all
here.
gotta look alike. It's like the running joke is that like when you're married for somebody for so long, you start to look alike.
Mr. and Mrs. Dawson, I'm so sorry.
You already called us inbred.
Her views are her own.
You already called us inbred 2 seconds
I called
ago.
everybody in Alabama inbred, okay?
Stand on business
Okay,
then.
have you ever seen our friend Kelsey? No.
Why you doing Kelsey like that?
No, I'm just kidding.
Anthony.
No,
He's
just-
from Alabama too.
Nobody said anything about Anthony.
Well, I'm just saying. Weird.
But he was our artist last week on Undiscovered. Check that out now on YouTube. What was your throwaway?
My throwaway was grit.
Grit? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I just was like,
Yeah.
I was underwhelmed. I think it was my throwaway because it was a lot of potential and it just didn't get there for me.
Mm-hmm.
So like I didn't hate it, but it was my throwaway.
Yeah. My throwaway was not so much song value. It was song essence. Wild Side. Why is your 3-year-old song on your album in 2024?
I was like, why is... I thought the same thing.
You know what? My friend Steven, he said it. They usually do it because if you look it up, the album will get more streams.
Oh.
And I'm just like...
Because I was like... This,
how about you do this? How about you promote the album?
I was like, this don't match.
No.
It just didn't make sense. And I was like, isn't this kind of old?
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's good to know that I wasn't crazy because I had the same thought. I also thought that we had a lot better singles. We had a lot better single options than Candy Paint. Is that what was a single?
Yeah. Well, you know, she did a little teaser. She did 159.
Yeah, and that was okay.
That was good.
I
Turn Me
probably
Up.
still wouldn't have picked it as a single though.
Turn Me Up.
But it has Gunna on it, so that's probably why. People love Gunna.
Okay, people love Gunna, but we want people to love Normani.
I know. That's true.
Give us Normani.
I just felt like when I was listening to it, I was like, and we picked Candy Paint?
Yeah.
I don't know. But
You know why? Because I think it was in a Bose commercial like a couple of years ago. People were like, we want to hear it. I personally would have loved to hear something in my top 3. But
me too.
That's just me. But yeah, I would have thrown it away. I was just like, we don't need it. This is older. Now that's come from somebody who's about to do a Pride set and sing all his songs from 4 years ago. But the check cleared. But I don't know. I was just like, we don't need it. I would have rather had another song because if she's been gone for 6 years, you know she's got something else.
Absolutely.
So, and this is my thing with Wild Side is just like, okay, you threw it on there, but once again, you're throwing on an old song, but there's no promotion. We haven't seen her on Late Night. We haven't seen her.
If she was on something, I haven't seen it.
There's just no promotion. She did a couple things for Vogue,
I
I
mean,
think.
comparing it to Sabrina Carpenter, who hasn't even been on the scene she has been on the scene for a long time, but
Yeah.
I don't think as long.
The reception.
Yeah, it's like watching her roll out and being on SNL and being on this and being on that and being in Coachella and all the things. And it's like now we're about to did we get her album?
No, it coming out in August.
Okay, we're about to get her album, and I feel like the buildup is there and the anticipation is there. And like, I haven't seen Normani on anything. I also think it's weird because my thing with Normani in the past was I always felt like, no shade, people were kind of pushing her down our throats, other celebrities. I haven't even seen any of her like celeb friends posting the like, new album out or anything. It's just been very, very quiet. And I need answers. I want to know the thinking behind it and why she gets this type of treatment.
Do you think now somebody said on our comments from a video we posted before that it's the curse of her label?
RCA.
They said it's the RCA curse. Because I think either Kalani or Tinashe.
Who is Tina Shay?
My friend calls her Tina Shay.
Tina Shay. That was so Raven coded. Because I'll mess up somebody's name in a second. And what's sad is I knew exactly who you was talking about.
No, they said that like they were on these labels and they got treated horribly. It was only when they moved that they got the recognition that they deserved. I think
Who
it
was the first
Tinashe.
one you said before Tinashe? Kalani?
Yeah,
I like her
I could
too.
remember which person it was, but yeah.
So, I mean, Normani, we love you.
It wasn't my favorite album, but Justice for You, girl.
Yeah, we love you. We're happy you're doing well.
Literally. Well, yeah.
Right.
And also, like, totally.
Yeah, and
Because,
like for sure.
Why? But, like, I can't eat it.
Yeah, totally.
Which reminds me, thank you so much for watching this episode of Rewind the Podcast. This episode was manic and fun, and we hope you enjoyed every bit of it, okay? I would like to thank you for watching. See, I'm trying to find the next slide. Oh, if you want to listen to other episodes of Rewind the Podcast.
I'm like, I'm here too.
You can listen on No, I was struggling. You can listen on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever you listen to podcasts. We're not going to tell you because you know what you like. But if you want to see our beautiful faces, you can watch us on YouTube. And if you do, make sure you comment, subscribe, and sign up for alerts so you know when we're getting new content. We recently released a couple trailer reactions.
Yeah.
They got us in a promotion, so you'll see. But with all that being said, Raven.
Thank you so much for watching. This has been such a treat. You can follow me on social media, Instagram and TikTok at I am Raven Dawson. Love ya.
Love ya. And my name is Blake Rackley. I'm chronically online. You can find me on all things at Blake Rackley because you are a friend of the pod. Now, I've been holding this from you for the whole show. So this is my shirt. Angelo. I'm just kidding. I didn't get you a shirt. We'll see you next week, everybody. Gotcha.
Bye. Love you guys.